Now I'd been doing 3x3 for several months, so I decided to try 4x4. Here's the money I'll be using. And here it is in a wallet that I made that conveniently doesn't have a button and is slightly too big for my pocket. December in Canada, ladies and gentlemen. This is what it looks like now. I almost thought that said craft medical devices. So I got $25 prepaid card and, of course, chocolate.
Yes, I was wrong. There's a good budget 4x4 finally.
That is really satisfying. Alright, there's just paper stuck to the back now. Oh well.
Hello, here.
Okay, we're not doing this. So after ordering this on literally Christmas Eve, it took about 3 or 4 weeks to get here. We have ourselves here a puzzle toy accessory bag, and we're going to open it. Wait, did that? That barely did anything. It seems like Maxam ripped us off. I'll just use this box cutter to open the package. Look at that. That is a lot smaller than I was expecting it to be. Chi MS cube for reference. That's a little bigger. Just looks smaller because the cubies are much smaller. Sorry, cube. Oh, there's a scratch there. That's... Okay, this is weird. That's what my T-prims look like now. I'm getting the hang of it. If I try to look between the tripod, oh well, I guess I've committed to scrambling it then. It feels very tight. It's also kind of cold because it was sitting on my porch for a while. Yeah, the corner cutting is a little kind of terrible, but turning is fairly smooth. It could be better. I think that's sufficiently scrambled, would you say? This is the start of my collection. So after relearning how to solve a 4x4, if you're wondering, the last time I solved one was on a online 3D Rubik's Cube website. I forget the name of it, but I'll show it on screen right now. It was kind of cool, but I wasn't satisfied with not having it physically. And I wanted to see if I could speed cube it, and I wanted to start a collection. I can firmly say that this cube is decent. It's not good. You know, it's not as good as my Chi MS was for a 3x3, but it's still good. It's almost certainly better than the Rubik's brand 4x4. I talked about the performance earlier, but I didn't really go into great detail. I did loosen it, but then I ended up tightening it again because it was popping. And so where it's at right now is probably the best it'll do. Regular corner cuts on the inner layers, it doesn't do a whole lot, but it's very smooth nonetheless. Outer layers, it's okay. It could be better. Reverse corner cutting is it's just non-existent. It just doesn't. My Chi MS, again, I know it's a 3x3, but it's the only other cube I have to compare to this. This thing can do like almost half a cubie. Can actually reverse corner cut. So I've already done a couple untimed solves, but I'm gonna try and do a timed one with an official WCA scramble. I just learned what these W moves mean, so that's kind of sad. Now you're probably asking, how did I even learn to solve the 4x4 if I didn't know wide moves? I did, just the video that I was watching didn't notate them with a W. Let's see how bad I really am. I have this problem that I noticed where I just have these gigantic brain farts when trying to remember what the best way to, like, pair up center and edge pieces is. Okay, I'm gonna start with blue because that's easy for me. Okay, edge pairing. Surprised I didn't forget the flipping algorithm. Alright, perfect. Finally in 3x3 stage. OLL parity, let's see if I remember this. Okay. Trying again. Alright, I know right away what I want to do. Those together, and then, yep, there we go, there's yellow. Alright, now cross edge pieces. Finally, time for, I can't think right now. This last step I always forget. That, okay, there we go. Now, 3x3 stage, end firm. Oh boy, that was atrocious. Takes time. So I'll be solving this pretty soon. Right, so I was about to throw this out, and then I just noticed the GAN bag feels a lot crappier than it looks, if I'm being honest. But that's neat. No business card in there.
Piece would just like
Alright, after a bit of break-in and some more setup, this cube is actually pretty good. The sandiness of the turning has gone away and it turns much smoother now. I find I get a few less lockups and they're usually easier to fix. My PB has gone down to 1 minute and 40 seconds. The only real issue I've had with this cube is its mechanism. The internal mechanism is basically just a 3x3, but the edge pieces inside the puzzle and the outer two edges interlock into it and sit on top of it. This would be fine were it not for these additional little pieces that interlock into the inner edge. I don't really know what the purpose of these pieces are, but I would have to guess it wasn't just to drive me insane. For some reason, turning the cube like this, or making a corner cut in a specific spot around here, will cause these inner pieces to go flying across the room. Again, I would normally be fine with this. I'm used to pops on 3x3, but 3x3 pops are 1 or 2 large pieces that fit together like Lego. These stupid little handlebar-shaped pieces are so hard to get back in, not only because it's a really tight fit, but because the inside is all covered in lube so my hands get all greasy and the piece keeps slipping around. Aside from that, I like this cube, and to be honest, this pop doesn't usually happen in solves because I almost never turn like this. About 50% of these pops are actually really easy to fix because the piece doesn't always get totally ejected from the puzzle. Sometimes it just gets caught internally, which can be fixed by jiggling the layers a bit or pushing it back together. So that's my 4x4. I'll be solving on this thing for a while. Hopefully not as long as my 3x3. My Qi EMS has taken quite the beating, and I don't know how well this thing will hold up. No? He just doesn't care. Okay. So stay tuned for more content that has nothing to do with cubing, because I haven't decided whether to make a separate channel dedicated to that yet.